Hey, top of the morning class. I hope you enjoyed your breaks. Now let's learn something new. Have you ever wondered how nuclear power plants work? Yeah, me neither. Bye. Okay, but seriously, I think one of the biggest disappointments of my life was probably the moment I found out how these power plants produce energy. See, throughout history, there was a lot of developments in the energy creation field. And the thing is, I thought humanity reached a point where we can actually make a difference in creating energy. And oh boy, I was wrong. See, nuclear energy is based on fission, which sounds an awful lot like fission. However, if you don't count the radiating fission nuclear fallouts, the two don't really have anything in common. Fission is a thing where an atom splits into two different parts while releasing tons of energy. Now you may say, that's very nice, Pat, but how does this energy thing from fission power my jerk off for 2000? Well, that's a very good question, Billy, but my students have to raise their hand if they want to speak up. Otherwise, I'm gonna say, no talking! But because I'm very kind, I'm gonna let this one slide and answer your question. In order to make electricity, something must happen between the atoms splitting and us playing our electric guitars. And until a few years ago, I actually thought something unbelievable was happening. Something so out of this world that only the biggest physicists in the world can understand it. Something that will blow your mind and make you question everything that you know about science and think about humanity as the most advanced species in the universe. I mean, think about it. We can actually get the energy out of the atoms and use it however we want. We can basically harvest the energy from physics itself. But how do we do this, you may ask? What's this secret formula? Well, prepare. We use alien devices to collect the energy beams from the nuclei and then transmit these energy beams to space, where radars and supercomputers transform it to usable electric power, which is then sent to us by a nearby wormhole opened from CERN and NASA's secret laboratory. Just kidding, we boil water with it. Yes, you heard me right. We boil water, just like every other power plant, which means that this is essentially the same thing as this. 150 years have passed, and the only thing we were able to do is find something that boils water faster. The energy creation stays the same. We boil water, we run the steam through steam turbines, then the steam turbine runs a generator, and that makes the electricity. Although, after doing some research, we can see that this method is the most efficient way of energy transmission, because water is light, easy to deal with, and has a lot of heat capacity. But still, it's kinda disappointing. When we were talking about uranium fission, we said that it makes energy. Well, around 80% of this is the kinetic energy of the fission products. The kinetic energy of these particles is more commonly called as heat. If you mix heat and water, you'll get steam. And the moment you mention steam, hundreds of steam turbines are going to march through the city to get to your house, and if you refuse to give them steam, they'll just simply eat you. So be careful out there. Alright, I think that was enough for today's class. If by any chance you knew this and you're not fascinated by any of this, well, let me tell you something that might help you get there. Pufferfish suck in water, not air. I hope that does it. Alright, that's the end of today's class. Enjoy your break, and I'll see you next time.